he immediately locked the door and just turned wide and hold me tightly until I had the sound in my veins. He held me very tightly and pushed me to the bed. So he started kissing me. I was very young because by that time I was in class 7 going to 8, I think. If not class 8 for term 1 or class 7 the last term, I think so. So he put me on the bed and I started screaming, and he incited some cloth in my mouth for me not to make noise. So I didn't make further noise because of that. I was being choked with the cloth. So even he raped me there, and I came out crying. After raping me, he told me not to tell anybody. He threatened me because he tied me also. Even at home, people used to sit on a chair, but me, I used to sit beside the chair where there's darkness. The reason I used to sit where there's darkness, I had my sister, the ones who are elderly, giving story that those who are dying, they used to go to dark places. So I used to sit on that dark place so that death can found me there. He graduated and told me that now I will be going to the bedroom now. The time they were making love, he will wake me up to stand by the bed there at the bedroom. The wife was not speaking, was not saying anything. I will just stand there because in our house, in our home, we were taught to respect the elderly people. So what the elders say, that one is the right thing a child must do. So I have to respect him in everything.
Hello viewers, welcome to yet another show of Heart to Heart with me, your host, Purity Amani. And today we are blessed to be interviewing a pastor who is going to introduce herself later. But before I introduce her, sometimes some things can happen to you if you're a child or in your past or whenever it can, and if they are not dealt with early enough, they can affect your adulthood or they can affect your future. So if you're there, you're a parent, an uncle, an adult, make sure whatever you do to your child will impact them positively when they are grown-ups, because you don't know what you do to them now, what will affect, how it will affect them in their future. And without much further ado, allow me to introduce our today's guest. Mgeni wetu, karibu sana.
Asante.
Asante sana kwa kututembelea.
Thanks.
We are much honored and we are much privileged. Na naamini hadithi yako itasaidia mtu pale mwenye labda anahisi chenye alitendewa ni kikubwa, ama labda chenye amepitia ni kikubwa, lakini akisikiza hadithi yako labda utakuwa umempea motisha naye pia afunguke kama venye umeamua kufunguka. Na pia najua venye unafunguka pia ndio njia, it's a journey to healing. So you're in the safe hands, you're in very safe hands here as you share with us your story. Know that your healing has already started.
Thanks.
Yeah, so uwanja ni wako. Naweza tueleza kwanza na majina, hadithi yako, na tuendelee. Karibu sana.
Okay, my name is Diana Obondo.
Sauti kidogo.
Okay. My name is Diana Obondo. I come from Bondo, Siaya County. I am a pastor, born again Christian. I am the 5th born in the family of 11 children. And I grew up in the hand of one parent after the death of my father, who died when I was 7 years old, going to 8 years. Yeah, and my story started. Okay, the life was good the time my father was alive. Then after the death of my father, everything changes. From middle family, middle life to poverty. Before my father died, My aunt stole me from the house, and I went to stay with my aunt at a place called Uyoma.
How did she steal you?
He came to visit us at our home, and my father was not around by that time. So because my father always didn't like his children going to stay with anybody, so he stole me away because alikuwa ananipenda. So he stole me away to go and stay with her at their place. I went with her, and there is when things changes. It was one night after I've stayed there for almost 2 months. Now there was a night, one of my aunt relative came, the son to her daughter came to visit my aunt. And it was at night in the place where my aunt is, that home. They have another room for all the visitors, where the visitors used to sleep. So we went there at night. Now we used to sleep in that room, and this brother came, the son of the daughter to my aunt. I think he was already has finished Form 4, going to university. I have heard about the name, but I didn't know him before. But the name I heard, that is one of our relatives. So this particular day, he came to visit my aunt, and the same room, we slept the same room with him, and the other siblings also, and other people also. We were 3 ladies and 5 men, in 5 boys in that room, and he was the visitor now. So when it's reached night, I think it is the middle of the night, I was deep in sleep, and that one is the time he raped me. Oh, the pain, I had the pain, I was undergoing the pain, and that pain woke me up. To the time I wake up, I found him on top of me, under the pain and the blood. So I was asking him, I was crying, and he told me not to cry. He put on the light, and he told me not to cry. And I was asking him why, because I was naked now. I was asking why am I naked, and I slept with clothes on. And he said that I was dreaming. It is a dream. He told me that you are dreaming. That one is what is called dream. So I started crying because of the pain and the blood. I fear the blood. There were a lot of the blood oozing from out of me. So I tried to ask him what was going, because the rest was still deep in sleep, because it was at the middle of the night. So I was asking him what is happening, and he was doing it in the sign of immorality, yani sex. He was doing with his hand what was going on, and he told me that it is just a dream, that people do dream. Because I was screaming, so my aunt came out from the house, from the main house, asking what is going on, and he told my aunt that I think she was dreaming, that's why she's screaming. So the following morning now, when morning break now, we went to the main house with him and the rest of the children who were at that house. So my aunt was asking us what was going on at night, because I was not able to walk right now, and because of the pain. And he told me to tell my aunt that I was dreaming. And you know, when you are a child, you don't know about the dream. You don't know.
How old were you by then?
I was 7 years, going to 8. Yeah, okay. I didn't know something about the dream. So when we were at the home now, at the main house taking tea, my aunt continued asking us what was going on, because he heard about that noise. And this brother explained to my aunt that even the school, they were taught that there is something called dreaming when walking, and somebody also can scream. He was explaining to my aunt that he think that one is what was happening to my life. I was dreaming. So I think my aunt knew there was something that is not figuring up. So my aunt after taking the tea, my aunt told me to go outside. He told this son that he knew what was going on, because that one was not a dream, because a young child cannot dream. So he told me to go outside, and he remained inside with this boy, speaking to him. So the following day, not even the following, the same day, but now in the evening, this boy told me not to share with anybody about what took place, about the dream. He was still telling me that about the dream. I should not share with anybody. If I think even sharing with anybody, that person will die. So I should not share with my aunt, with my father, because that time my father was still alive. With my mother, I should not share anything. So I kept quiet, and he said that from that time he will be the one bathing me because of that blood. He didn't want my aunt to see the blood which was coming out from me and the pain I was undergoing. So this pain went, I just guess it went for 4 days, the bleeding, and it was the one bathing us. Now 3 girls, we were 3 girls, very young. I think I was the eldest now between those girls who were there. So he keep on bathing us, and he told me not to tell anybody. He warned me. But the aunt, because the aunt knew what was going on, the aunt wanted to chase him away for him to go back to their home, their place. And they called, I think he sent a message, because that time the phone was rare. Those who were having phone was rare. So he sent a letter, I think. He sent a letter to the mother of this boy, and the mother came the following day, and he told the mother what was going on. And the reason why I'm saying he told the mother, because the mother told me that why am I lying that the son slept with me. And I didn't know even the meaning of sleeping with you, those things, because I was young. So he told me that why am I lying that the brother assaulted me, his son assaulted me. And I said that no, me, I don't know. And I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell anybody. So by that time, my aunt insisted that the boy must go with the mother. So after 1 week, they went with the mother. Then I don't know whether they went to the market, because he came the same day in the evening. He came again. So when it's reached at night now, when it's at night he came, the mother did not come back. I think the mother went. He stayed with us for some few months here. Then my father died when I was still with them. But that time I was pleading with my aunt to allow me to go home, because I was still in that pain and I fear them now. So I was pleading with my aunt that I want to go home, and my aunt refused. And then I told my aunt that from that day, I told my aunt that I want to sleep at the main house now, not going to sleep with them. So they decided that three girls, 3 of us, now to sleep at the main room, and the boys to sleep at the other room. So I insisted about going home, even though sleeping here, but insisted about going home. Then one day, one of my relatives came with the news that my father died. This boy also was still around, and he told me, now you see your father is dead because you are thinking in your heart that you are going to share with him, and that's why I killed your father. He was telling me that he's the one who killed my father, because I purpose in my heart that I'm going to tell my father. That's why my father died. So this made fear to grip me. I was very fearful. I was very afraid. And he told me, don't even think of telling your mom, because if you think telling your mom also will die the way your father died, because you are thinking that you are going to share with him. So I didn't share with anybody. My aunt took us home for the funeral. The time we were in the funeral, he used to remind me all the time that don't share with anybody. Don't even think sharing that dream. He was telling me that it is a dream. By that time I was still in pain.
So he touched you again when he came back? Did he touch you again?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Okay.
So he was still threatening me not to share with anybody. So I didn't share with anyone until it took many days, many months. Then I think I recovered. They went back even to home to my aunt now. They went back to my aunt after the burial. So it's now after the death of my father, now things turn around. The poverty now started. We were living in poverty from because my father was working he was a policeman and working was like a guard to one of the MP. So we used to have what to eat. We used to have good clothes. We used to have good things before the death of my father. So after the death of my father, we didn't have even food for a day. We didn't have even clothes to put on when time was moving by. So it's reached a time I did my class 8. After doing my class 8, with this poverty, going to school, coming back, because those days we used to pay some money, little money to the school, primary school. So I do stay in the school for some time, sometimes being chased away from the school because of the school fee. So this one goes on. When reaching class 8, I passed my exam, and now I was supposed to go to Form 1. And my cousin took me in. The cousin in that the father, his father and my father were blood brother. So he took me in. He took me out from my family to go and stay with him. By that time he already married. He has a wife. So I was staying with him, and he took me to school. So the time he took, if I can go back a bit.
It's okay, no problem.
Yeah, before he took me in class 8, the time I'm still in class 8, I think the first term. If not class 8, it is for class 7. Because we lack food at home, so we used to go to my father now, the other father, the brother to my father. We used to go to ask for food in that place. So there was a particular day I went for food now, evening food like porridge, whatever. And there was a cousin also, not the one who took me in. It's a different one. He was a bit sick. So I found them near the fire because it was cold. They were near the fire there. So he went to his house. He stood up and went to his house and ordered me to take the fire to her house, to his house, I mean. So I took the fire with a jiko, the meko now, the jiko, to his house. When I reached the house, he locked the door. When I almost putting the fire down, he immediately locked the door and just turned wild and hold me tightly. Until I had the sound in my veins, he held me very tightly and pushed me to the bed. So he started kissing me. I was very young because by that time I was in class 7 going to 8, I think. If not class 8 for term 1 or class 7, the last term, I think so. So he put me on the bed and I started screaming, and he incited some cloth in my mouth for me not to make noise. So I didn't make further noise because of that. I was being choked with the cloth. So even he raped me there, and I came out crying. After raping me, he told me not to tell anybody. He threatened me because he tied me also, and he told me not to tell anybody. So I came out from the house going to the place where other siblings of ours were
gathered.
Yeah, near the fire. So I saw them laughing. I don't know what they were laughing, and they were telling me, why did you took so long time from coming to that house, and they were laughing because of the pain that I has now. I just walked to our home. I found my mom there. She was asking me why am I walking weirdly, and I didn't tell her anything, and that one just passed that way with the pain and the trauma. The time that my relative in my aunt's place raped me, I used to be sitting where there's a shadow. Even at home, people used to sit on a chair, but me, I used to sit beside the chair where there's darkness. The reason I used to sit up where there's darkness, I had my sister, the ones who are elderly, giving story that those who are dying, they used to go to dark places. So I used to sit on that dark place so that death can found me there. Because I was very young, I don't know how people are dying. So I was hoping that death may found me at the shadow of the chair. I used to go by the shadow of the chair. And I used to be just quiet, not even speaking when my other siblings were telling stories, speaking, people were laughing at our house, and me, I just used to be quiet. So this particular day also, I go on with that quietness, not speaking, not sharing with anybody, because my mom used to be very cruel. After the death of my father, he just changed. She just changed her character. Very cruel. I think he was just defending the pain she was undergoing as a widow with many children, because we were many, and my mom was a housewife, not having good work to do. My father is the one who was working. My mom now started working for people in their gardens for us to have food to eat. So this one made her to be bitter, because he used to do a lot of work to put the food on the table. So she was not busy with the way we are faring with our life. She was not busy with us at all. And when I did my class 8 now, this cousin came to our home and asked my mom that I may go stay with them in his home now with the wife, to help the wife after, because I wanted me to go to day scholars from 1 to be day schooling. So I went and stay with the mom sat me down and told me that I want you to go and stay with so and so, because he will be helping us paying your school fees, because I liked school, I liked education. So he said that, are you seeing the other siblings, they did not make it, because my father died when the elder son of ours was in class, he was in Form 2, the elder one, and the one following was in class 8. So the one in class 8 did not step for secondary school, and the one in Form 2 also dropped there. So he said that, my mother told me that if I want to further my study, I have to go to this house. So I agreed to go to stay with him. Things was good because he loved me, even me, I loved him, because he used to be around me a lot and teaching me many things. So I love this cousin of mine. So there was a time when I came to the house, I was sleeping in the sitting room, and they were sleeping in the bedroom. So all the time he want to make love with the wife, he will wake me up to listen, to pay attention of what is going on. So he will pass pretending to going outside and wake me up, then he will go to the wife. So he will tell me to sit down and listen to what is happening. He used to do this severally.
Why did he do that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Did you ever ask him? Or?
Yeah, I asked him, but he told me that he is teaching me. Yeah, he's teaching me how I will be when I got married.
Okay.
So he used to wake me up, listening to what is going on. By that time I was now in Form 1, going to Form 2, when he started this habit of waking me up. Okay. It goes on. Then there was a time now he graduated and told me that now I will be going to the bedroom now. The time they were making love, he will wake me up to stand by the bed there at the bedroom. The wife was not speaking, was not saying anything. I will just stand there because in our house, in our home, we were taught to respect the elderly people. So what the elders say, that one is the right thing a child must do. So I have to respect him in everything. So when I reached Form 2, he came with another idea that now he came with oil, the one we are applying in the body. So when he come from the work, anytime he came from the work, he used to ask me to massage him with this oil now. He will just remove the entire cloth, everything, and remain just in nude, pure naked. So I will massage. He will direct me where to massage. I did that for many time. Then I said that, is it really? I asked him that, I think this one is not right, what you are doing. I don't think I should be massaging you. I think this one is the work of your wife, because by that time now I was starting becoming mature because I am in Form 2 now. I told him that this one, I think it is the work to the wife. And he told me that, you see, my wife has got rough hands, and you, when you are massaging me, I feel good. Now you should be continue massaging me. You know, I am the elder person here. You have to do what I'm doing. Look, I'm paying your school fees. I'm educating you. So I approached the wife and I told her that what my brother is doing is not good. I think it is you to massage him, but not me. And the wife told me that, are you seeing the way I'm doing many works at home? So this work is too heavy for me. You just massage him as he tell you. So I used to massage him every day. There was a particular day I was massaging him, and him also was massaging my leg. And I told him that I'm not comfortable of what he is doing. Because the way I told you, in our home, a child should not question an elder. It is like you are tough-headed. It is not allowed. So I told him that, you know, the way we are Christian, because by that time I was born again. Him also, he was born again, but he backslided. He was a pastor by then, some years back, but he backslided. So I told him that, you know, even biblically, I don't think you are doing something which is right. You used to wake me up to come and see what is going on, and I don't like this because I think it is sin. It is not good in the sight of God. And you are my brother. I just used to respect you, but I don't think you are doing a good thing. So there was a time now, I came from school and I found a message. He left the wife with a message that when I come, because I know how to ride a bicycle, but I knew how to ride. Even now I'm riding a bicycle. So I found a message. He told the wife that immediately I come to the house, I take the bicycle, go pick him at the place of work now. It is something 30 minutes ride from home to the place of work. When I reach the office, he sent somebody, because I don't exactly the office where he is, because there was many offices. You know, he sent somebody, the messenger of that offices. It was council, the city council, now the town council of Obondo now. He sent the messenger to come and pick me by the gate and showed me the room, the office now. When I entered the office, he told the messenger to go now, just to walk out. But when I made a glance at him, the eyes was very red, and he was in a state, and he was just ugly.
Ready for the action.
So when I made a glance at him, I just fall down on the floor. There was Coca-Cola there, and him sitting on the chair there in that office. When I opened the door, I just made a glance at him. Then I just found myself without strength, and I fall down on the floor. And he was just seated and just smiling. So I started scrolling, going outside. Because of that shock, I think I was shocked because of what happened when my cousin also, when I came with the fire and he held me. And I saw the same image, the one I saw the other time. So the time I fell down, I started crawling, going outside. Then I slept outside there for some minutes. I think it was about 15 to 20 minutes. And he came, because by that time there was nobody in those offices. It was around 7 going to 8 p.m. There was nobody around there. So he came and woke me up and asked me how I'm doing. He gave me water to drink. I drank the water, and he told me to take the bicycle. Then we circled the bicycle going home. I was the one circling the bicycle, and he was behind me. The time we were at the road, he was touching my waist at the behind. And I told him that I think what you are doing is not right, because I can even fall, control, and cause the accident. So he continued touching me, and I stopped circling the bicycle. I stopped the bicycle and said that if you continue with this, I'm seeing that you just go so that I can just trek, and you go with the bicycle. I said that no, just ride. I will not repeat again. We came when he was giving me story that, you know, in this world it is difficult for somebody to help a person without her or him paying back. I have been helping you. Now it is the third time you are going to Form 3, almost finishing your secondary school, and you have not paid me. Now I was laughing because I'm saying that I will pay you. I was thinking that he need money. So when we reached, we came out from the main road, branching, going to home now. At the bush, he said that I should stop there. He want to go for a short call. So I stopped, and he went inside the bush. Then he called me, tell me that come and see. Just run, come and see. He was calling me with a loud voice. And when I went, I found him standing, and he started smiling, and he told me that I used to tell you that nobody in this generation, no one can educate you without you paying back. You know, I'm just your cousin, not even your blood brother. I'm just a cousin. You think I can educate you without you paying me? And I laughed, and I told him that I will pay you. You know, I've not started working. After finishing the school, I will pay you. Just be sure I will pay you. Then he said that, no, I want you to pay me now. By that time, I didn't know. I was not figuring what he meant by now. So he started unzipping his trouser, and he told me that I want you to pay me now. Then it's when my mind went that, no, this man want to sleep with me. So I told him that no, you cannot do this. And he told me, I want you to pay me. That one is what I want. And I told him that, why don't you give me time so that I start working and I will pay you. He continued unzipping me and him, because I went to pick him with the school uniform. So he continued removing my clothes and his. And the time he was doing this, I was still pleading with him that, remember one time you were born again, you were pastor, but now look where you are going. So he said that, don't waste my time. And I told him, then allow me to pray so that you may change your mind. He told me that you are wasting my time, and he just hold me and started raping me. And by that time, we had some people walking by the road. We were at the bush, inside the bush. The bicycle we left by the roadside, and people were walking. Kumbe, they were my sisters. They are going to sleep in another home because we didn't have a place at our home where they were sleeping. So they were going to sleep on another home. When they reached where the bicycle, we placed the bicycle. They were saying that this one is the bicycle of so and so. And where are they? I know they were with Diana, because Diana went to pick him at the place of work. So they sat there calling my name, calling us, and he told me don't to answer. The cousin told me not to answer. and he proceed carrying me to the inside, going inside the bush now, for them not to hear us. So he raped me. After that, I was not now able to walk because it's like he break my back, because my back was so painful that I was not able to walk. When he saw this, he started crying and telling me that he's sorry. He will not do that again. He's sorry. Now trying to carry me and crying now. And he told me that I should not tell anybody about what took place. Because we know him at home. When he started fighting, he will fight with everything, javelin, stone, everything. When he started fighting with the other siblings, so I knew about her temper, her anger, the way he used to be angry. And he said that if you dare telling somebody, you will see what will happen at home. Don't tell. And you know, I am sorry that I regretted what I done for you. I'm really regretting, but forgive me. So he started crying with a loud voice, crying, asking me for forgiveness. But that time I was not even able to answer him because I was very weak. I didn't answer him. So he told me to try if I can walk. I was not able to walk. And he said that he must, because they used to buy oil, the ones I used to massage him with. So he started massaging me with that oil. And
still in the bush?
Yeah. And my siblings, the ones going to sleep to the other house, also were waiting at the bush side, but the other side. They want to see what is happening. So when we came out, he held me, so I was now walking when holding me. And it put me on a bicycle for us to go home. And they saw us coming out from the bush. They saw us, then they ran, going to the place where they were going to spend that night. So I went home. He told me not to tell somebody. In fact, he didn't even take the supper. He just sleep crying, my cousin now. He was just crying, regretting of what he did. He was just crying by the bed. He was sleeping and crying on the bed. The wife was asking him what was going on, and he didn't narrate the story, just kept quiet. So the following day I didn't go to school because of the pain. I stayed for almost 2 weeks not going to school. Even I went to my mother's home, and my mother started quarreling. I found her when she was from another garden where she used to work for somebody. So she came back tired with a little food, you know. Now she was very hungry, and he found me at home, and she told me that, what are you doing, and people are at school, and started quarreling. I didn't share with her. She told me to go back to my cousin home because I told her that I want to spend at our home. I'm not going back. She insisted that I have to go back to my cousin house. And she started quarreling that I'm giving him her stress. I know there is stress at home, and me also giving him her stress, not wanting to go to school. I started knowing men. He thinks those things. That's why I don't want to go to school. I don't want to be disciplined. He talked many things there. And I decided just to go back. I wanted to tell her what went on. But because of the environment she created, I was not able. So I went back to stay with my brother as usual. So I stayed there. And the time I recovered, he continued with that massage and waking me up to listen when they were making love with the wife. So he continued with this, and there was a time now, he told me that if you want me to buy you pad, because he used not to buy for me, I used to go to use clothes. Okay. So he said that now you are going to school, and I feel I should be buying you pads. So if you want me to be buying you pads, you have to sleep with me. So tomorrow, he told me that tomorrow, after, because he used to wake me up when the time they were making love, He told me that if I will be having my wife, after having my wife, I will wake you up so that we can go sleep outside, to sleep with me outside. So after he woke me up, slept with the wife, and he came to wake me up so that I can go sleep with him, and I started crying now in a loud voice until those who were up, the mother now, his mother, now they came to listen to what is happening, and he told me not to speak, not to say anything. He did like this, not to say anything. By that time the wife was still on the bed, and they came, the parents came to the I don't know, the small house now. Yeah. So they came that night. It was around, I think it was around 3 a.m. around morning, 3 a.m. in the night. And they told the mother, he told the mother that he was trying to wake me up to do the homework, because now I'm in Form 3 and I don't want to do the homework. And I started crying that I am tired. That one is the way he covered up the issue. I was not able to talk because we were not supposed to talk when the elders were talking. We were not supposed to talk. I didn't say anything. So the following morning I just went to school. And that he stopped now. He stopped this issue of sleeping with him is when he will buy me a pad. So he stopped this issue. He just came with the pads the following day to pamper me, not to share anything. So he bought for me two packets of pads, and he said that, do you see the way I am caring for you? Now don't share with anybody, don't share even with the wife. So this my cousin was positive, was HIV positive, but I thank the Lord that by now he's dead. He died some years back, the year 2014. He died with the disease because he failed taking the medicine. He was taking, but he was tired taking the medicine now. So I went, he told me that unajiringa, unasoma na utaenda mbali kwa sababu you know you are sick. And this shocked me because I didn't know that he is positive. So I went to test, I turned negative. Every month I used to go testing, and I am negative. So the wife became pregnant and now went to clinic. They tested the wife. The wife turned positive. It is like the wife knew we were having an affair with the husband. Because she was seeing what the husband used to do. So she came to me and told me that I'm the one who affected the husband. Now the husband has affected her. So she started quarreling, and I said that the best thing to do, let us go and test our status together to see if what you are saying is true. So we went with her to the hospital and we tested. She became positive, I became negative. Then she started quarreling with the husband that night. They quarreled until she wanted now to go home, to their home now. The quarrel was so big that now the entire family came. My family, my mom, and my cousin's family came, and we sat down. The cousin sat beside me and told me not to say anything, even about that raping that took place. I should not share with anybody. So they sat down, they talked, and they advised the wife that even if you go to your home, to your mother's home, remember you are still going with the same disease. You will not leave it here. So let us just talk. You go to the hospital, you start taking the medicine. And she listened to that. She went to the hospital, they started taking the medicine. So there was a time, now another cousin not the blood one like this one, the distance cousin. Yeah. He also showed me that yani vile aliniona alikuwa najua I'm in need of pads, panty, because I used to make panty to put on. We didn't have even money to buy that panty. Even the time I'm living with the cousin, he used not to buy for me those things. He used to tell me that, are you seeing the other ladies they are getting? Why don't you go and get? There are many men outside there. You can go so that they can buy you all pads. By that time, the time he raped me, I tried committing suicide using a school tie. But my elder sister showed aliniona. So she told me not to do that. That one is not the way to go. Because my sister also was just guessing that something weird took place, because on that bush, the bush where he sold us. So he said that this one is not the way to go. I should share with her what went on. But because I know my cousin, I didn't share with her. It went on. Now this distant cousin knew that I am in need, and he called me. He was sleeping. He was staying in a center near our home there, rental houses. So he called me there, holding 500 shillings in his hand. So he told me that I want to give you this 100 shillings so that you can go and buy some basic needs like pads, panty, whatever. Are you seeing the way your sister, the one following me, is very neat? He have even slippers, he have clothes, he have panties, but me I don't have. So he was telling me that I used to help your sister, and your sister used to pay me. Even you, I'm urging you to pay me with your body so that I can give you this 500 for you to go and buy some basic needs. And I say no to that. So he said that if you don't want it, it's just okay. But me, I am a man of a good heart. Just come inside the house so that I can explain for you or things you can go and buy with this money. I can make for you a small budget for you to go and buy some basic needs. So I went in his house there, sat on a couch, and he also sat on the other side, not near me, a bit far. And he started as if he want to give me a budget, because he told me that I am just a man with a good heart. I just want to give you for free because I've seen you struggling and you are in a school. Your fellow students has got good things, but you are lacking. So when I was still sitting on the chair, he just come pretending to pick a pen which was beside me to write the budget. Then he held me and took me to the bed. And even him, he raped me. After raping me, he just ran out. He just ran out from the home. Up to now, I don't know where he went, because he just lost that. He just went out that way. Up to now, I don't know where he is. Even if he is alive or not, I don't know about where he is. So there was a time my sister, I stopped now going to school because that my cousin now refused to pay me school fees in Form 3 now. So I went to stay with my sister in Nakuru because now I'm not going to school. When I was with my sister in Nakuru here, is where I tried to commit suicide now, the real one. And I even wrote my suicide note, thanking my sister, and also speaking to my mom and this cousin of mine. By that time, my cousin who took me in was still alive. Then I tuned in the radio. It was 3 a.m. in the night. I increase the volume of the radio for my sister not to hear me dying. So my sister will wake up, because he used to wake up at 3 a.m. to pray. So he wake up to pray, and he told me that something just told her to come to my room. and see the way I'm faring. I just found him banging the door. By that time I was sitting down on the floor with those rat and this torch battery. Is it dry cells?
Yeah.
Now I made them the conch dry cell. I have a glass with the conch. There were 12 dry cell and this rat. So he found me crying and still writing the note. And she was shocked and told me that what is happening. So she told me don't do this because she knew I'm about to take the poison. So she told me not to do this, and she narrated to me the way the sound woke her up at night, and insisted that he come to my room before she go to the prayer room. And he started encouraging me that life can continue despite what I went through, which I don't want to share with them, but life can continue. So I stopped committing suicide, and I stayed with her there, going to the church, staying with her. She used to speak with me. So the husband was working, he's an engineer, the husband to my sister. By that time he was an engineer. Now he was working, and that particular day, this day now I'm narrating, he went to work to Nairobi. He was staying in Nakuru, but he went to work at Nairobi. And my sister used to sell some fruits in the town of Nakuru. So me and the two daughters of my sister was staying at home, at the house now. So the husband told my sister that he will come that day, but will come late.
Okay.
Later at around 3 p.m. Not 3, 9, saa tatu usiku. So my sister came back earlier. He came at 4 p.m. in the evening, and he found already the husband was at home with us. But by that time, the husband sent the message again that I will come at 9 p.m. Kumbe the husband is already at the house. So I was taking bath in the bathroom, and the husband was pleading with me to open the door of the bathroom so that he can take my picture. And there was a knock at the door, because in Nakuru immediately you open the door, you will just lock it again. It is not at like home, the door is just open. So immediately you enter, you lock the door. So the door was locked with the padlock, and the key was at the table, on top of the table. And the daughters to my sister, the children to my sister, the two of them were watching TV. I was in the bedroom, not in the bedroom, but in the bathroom. You pass the bathroom, going to bedroom, then to the kitchen, the other side. So I was in the bedroom, in the bathroom, and I stayed for so long because he was at the door here, wanted to take my picture when naked. He was pleading with me that he wanted to take my picture, and I refused. So I stayed there for long time in the bathroom. After finishing taking bath, I just put on. So he told me that then just put t-shirt, but don't put the downward, so that I can now take you with that half, the photo, half a photo. I still refused that. And he saw me taking so long time in the bathroom. He went to the bedroom, and I just put on my clothes, and I went to the bedroom to pick the oil, to the one, I went to the bedroom to pick the oil, and he grabbed me and told me that, why am I speaking to you? And you know, I am the head of the house, and telling you that I want to take your photo when you are naked, and you are not listening to me. Then you say that, I will tell your sister that you are becoming tough-headed. So he left me that way. He didn't do something. So me picking the oil, coming to sitting room, the younger daughter of my sister already have opened the door to my sister now. My sister was getting in, and me at the corridor here, coming from the bedroom with the oil, and my sister realized that the husband is at home, and the husband told her that he will come at 9.
Yeah.
So he he just came in and went direct to the bedroom. He found the husband on the bed with an unzipped long trouser. So he came quarreling because she was thinking that I slept with the husband now, which was not true. So she came quarreling that now you see I have been helping you, and now look. But that time I wanted to share with her what the husband is doing, because he used to ask me to sleep with him, but I used to refuse. So that time I purposed to tell her that she was now at her top, making noise. He passed me there, I just sat there, now confused, you don't know what to do, because I wanted to tell her, and now he has found the way, the confusion which was in.
Yeah.
So she go to the bedroom, started quarreling with the husband. He quarreled with the husband that, why are you sleeping with my sister? The husband tried to convince her that I didn't sleep with her. And he said that you cannot convince me. So he called her daughters and started speaking with them. At what time did Diana went to the other side to the bedroom? The daughter said long time, because I stayed long in the bathroom. Yeah, he said a long time. No, you cannot convince her that you. It was difficult to convince her because the husband said that will come at 9. He is at home with unzipped long trouser, and also found me at the corridor, and the children also told her that we have taken long time there. Now it was so difficult to convince her. I just sat down crying because I don't know how to kujitetea, what I can say, how to convince her. So they quarreled until the husband slept outside. He did not come back. He just went outside. I remained with her. She started quarreling with me. But by that time I purposed to tell her, that day I purposed to share with her my story. But because of this now, things just changed that way. And I told her that if you cannot believe in me, it is better I go home. Because I'm trying to tell you what was going on, and it is true, your husband do ask me to sleep with him, but I have never in my life, which even right now, even nowadays, I know she was thinking that I slept with the husband, but it was not true. The husband was just trying to molest me, but he did not succeed. So that one is my story to that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after you left your sister's house, so did you go home or?
Yes, I went home. Before I left, we sat down, and in fact I read a verse from the Bible, and I said that I just want to swear before you that I have never slept with your husband. She was just crying and saying that I'm lying with the Bible, because my sister also was born again. The husband was not. So I went home. I told her that I just want to go home. So I went home. Then it was post-election now. That was...
2007?
Yeah,
okay.
Now post-election. All of us went home now because of that post-election. Yeah. So after going home, we go home to their home, the husband home, not to our home, to the husband home. Then from there is when I went home. But at long last, I did my Form 4.
Oh,
And s-
okay.
yeah, I just went back. I was just passing, going somewhere, and I saw a certain school there called Vespa. And I said that, even me, I just want to branch here and ask if they can accommodate me.
Yeah.
It was 3 months to exam, 4 months to exam, the national exam. So I went there, I registered with them, and I did my Form 4. I passed. By the grace of the Lord helped me, and I passed. And right now I am doing my diploma in theology.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. So, Diana, how has all of this affected you personally? You okay, I can't say positively, but just our viewers, just give us a few minutes. We'll be back after the break. Okay. Welcome back, our viewers, and we have been listening to Diana's story, which I can say it's quite disheartening, but let's continue to hear what has been happening to our life. So, Diana, as I was asking you, how has all of this tragedy affected you in your life negatively, and how do you feel about it, and what has changed in your life? Or let's just tell us what has been happening into you.
Yes. Okay. All this that happens to me has affected my life in a big way, because I can recall in 2019, I don't know what trigger, but I was just down. Already I was a pastor. I am a pastor, but I was very, very, very down. I will just close my door of my house, and just be on the bed. I was just eating the food and sleeping on the bed. I didn't want even to hear the sound of anybody. I will be just there alone eating until I contact the high blood sugar. I became diabetic because I was just eating one particular food, chapati. So I like chapati so much. So all the time I will cook chapati, because in my house I stayed with a widow. There was a widow there who came in. Now I was staying with her also. So this widow used to go to the shop to sell some goods, and me, I will be just be at the bed there sleeping, sometimes reading the Bible and sleeping there, eating, going to bed. I will just cover myself even when it is still hot, when it is cold. I will just be on the bed sleeping there. And until I contacted the disease, diabetic and ulcer. And also made me to fear men so much. I feared even our siblings. I do fear them. Where people are talking, I used not to talk. Yeah, I used not to talk, even narrating stories. There was a time someone sent me to go. If that one is back, not recently. Someone sent me to go and tell my mom some story there. I don't know, it was about the funeral or what. But that one was the time my voice to be heard when people are quiet and me speaking. So I started crying when speaking, because I feared, I don't know what was happening, but I feared speaking when people are listening. Yeah, so when I realized that people are quiet, me narrating story, I started shaking and crying, because it was like I was nothing. It was like I was nothing at all. So this thing really affected me so much. It affected my life in a big deal, a big way.
Okay, are you married?
No.
Does it have anything to do with the past?
Yeah. Very much.
And if I may ask, how old are you?
I'm now 37.
That's 7.
but not exactly going to 37.
Oh, you're going to 37.
In December.
Okay, yeah, let's just say you're still
37.
36. Have you ever had some suitors approaching you?
Many, but I do turn them down.
Okay. So my guess is it has to do with your past.
Yeah.
And
the pain I went through.
Yeah, you said you're a pastor.
Yes.
And you fear talking when people are quiet.
By that time.
Oh, by that. Oh, so now you can
time.
talk while people are listening to you. Have you ever gone for counseling or?
Not really. I have not.
You have not.
Yeah.
And have you ever shared with anyone your story?
It was this week that I shared with one of my friend called Yvonne Kawira. It was this week. But
Even Fotuko?
Yes.
Okay. So let's say we are the only two people who knows the story.
Yes, please.
Don't worry. You're in the right place, like I told you. And officially, we'll start counseling. We'll start the sessions until you are fully healed. Because like you said, you're a pastor. There are many people depending on you.
Yes.
And if you are not healed, it will be hard for you to make them heal. Because a doctor cannot treat a patient when he or she is sick. So we will work with you and make sure you're fully healed, you're fully recovered, to an extent that you can open your heart to a relationship. Like I always tell, because this is not the first case I'm handling, I always tell the rape victims that they should never ever blame themselves. Wasiwaijilaumu. Because number one, it was never their mistake. They were never ever at fault at any time. Someone decided to be sick in the head and he decided to do that thing. You get? You did not seduce them. You did not invite them. You did not even show them sign that you wanted them. They just decided to be animals. Because that's what I usually call them. Rapists. And to make matter worse, these are your blood people, blood relatives, your cousins. So they decided to be evil, not you. And let me ask you before you continue, have you ever thought of forgiving them?
I think I've forgiven them.
Okay, no, don't even continue. It's already evident. Forgiving is not yet there. Yeah, you can forgive, you cannot forget, I know that's true, but you can try to heal. You forgive them, not that they deserve it. So, by the way, they don't deserve forgiveness, but try to forgive them. Why? Because of you. Your heart needs peace. It's already carrying a lot. And as a pastor, kuna mingi unaleteangwa, si ndio?
Yes.
So this heart is already heavy. And if you start carrying other burdens, it still become heavier. And okay, people's burden might not be heavy, but your burdens will make them heavy. And it will make your heart heavier. You see, that's when you'll start developing even other symptoms that are not good. Your brain, remember, your brain needs to be fresh for you to be effective and effective. Your brains need to be fresh. So I thank God you have started talking. And if you can be repeating the story, if you can get the right people, not everyone, the right people, even if it's the same person, I'm here, I'm not tired to listen. You can call me, you can talk to me, narrate the whole story again, narrate it again until you feel imetoka kabisa. Unaendelea tu kuisema, unaendelea kuisema, unaendelea kuisema. The more you talk, the more you heal. The more you tell, just tell me anything you're feeling. Purity, leo nimesikia kushout. Purity, leo nimesikia kudance. Purity, just say anything. If you remember, I remember this and this and this, it's affecting me. How can we do it? We start dealing with that. because I'm not leaving you. I'm not leaving you until I make sure that you are completely healed. That is what God called me to do, and I thank God. So we'll be looking for you now and then. How are you feeling? If you find my text asking you, how are you feeling? Don't tell me I'm okay. Give me the paragraph. That's why I'm there to. I'll read it. If you can't text, talk. Just send me the voice note. Just tell me how your day was. If I ask you, Diana, how are you? I don't want to hear I'm okay until I know you are okay. So if you see my text, how are you? Give me the essay. I'll read it. Send me the 20 minutes voice note. I'll listen to it. Okay? So as for now, don't keep anything in your heart again. Let's walk through this journey so that you are in the long run, you'll come to get to understand that not all men are evil. They are good people. I'm an evidence for that. I can tell you, there are good men outside there, angelic. If a person, I usually tell my people, nobody was born evil. Nobody was born evil. It's when you grow up, you yourself, you choose. I've seen people coming from toxic family, but they refuse to be toxic. I've seen people coming from abusive family, but they refuse to be abusers. You see? I've seen people coming from murderers, family of thieves, but they refuse. Because each and every person in this world has a right to choose. They have option. I cannot choose to be good, and I can choose to be bad. I can choose to be polite. I can choose to be rude. Nobody, or I hear people say, I was born rude. Nobody was born rude. You say, nobody. Hakuna mtu alizaliwa akiwa mbaya. We were all born pure. In the long run, you decide to be rude, you decide to be a rapist, you decide to be a murderer, you decide to be a pastor, you decide to be a good person. It's all about choices. So, those people who raped you, they decided to be evil. Because we always have a self-control. We were given by God. Even if you feel like the urge is too much, just, whether you're a Muslim, a Christian, there is that God you believe in. Just say, God, give me self-control. This is my cousin. God, give me self-control. This is a child. God, give me self-control. This is an innocent human being. You see? And God is a God of mercy. He will help you there and then. But if you give in to that urge, you automatically allow the devil to use you. And the devil's work is to destroy. So once you know that they accepted to be controlled by their desires and devil used them, you'll be at peace. Because Diana, I'm not the one. Diana, I did not do A, B, C, D. I was very pure. I was very innocent, but they allowed the devil to use them because they could have avoided. They called me sister. They could have seen me as their sister and refused this urge. So I'm not at fault. I was innocent. I told my sister, I have not slept with your husband. She chose not to trust me. She could have chosen to trust you, but she chose not to trust you. Again, it is not your fault. So I should not carry that burden. The burden will be too much, and after all, it will be the one, I'll be the one hurt. Like, no, is she not still enjoying her marriage? She's still married. Cindy, she's enjoying her family. She has kids. Very soon she'll be a grandmother. You see, her generation will continue. The cousins who raped you, see, they have their families. You see, the generations, bado inaendelea. You, because of that bitterness you're still carrying up to now, your life has gone to a standstill. You don't have a child, you don't have a husband, you don't have a family. Now, if you die, your generation inakatikia wapi? Hapo. What if you decide now, I want to heal? I want to heal from this trauma. I want to move forward from whatever happened to me. I want it to clear. Yes, you may not, it is hard to forget. I can't tell you that forgive and forget, it is a lie. we need to be realistic. You won't forget, but you can be remembering with a smiling face, without bitterness, without anger, without frustration, without regrets, without hating yourself. Remember, it happened. Inakuwa ni kama maybe ushipoteza simu unapenda sana. So ukikumbuka hiyo simu ilienda, lakini hakuna shida. You see, something like that. So if you remember, yeah, it happened, but it was to make me strong. Maybe in future, you might be handling people who have undergone rape more than you. Now, it's hard for you to help them because it will be taking you down. But as soon as you heal, you are strong, and you'll be hearing them telling you stories, and you'll be strong enough to hold them and to walk with them. Because I know you're a Christian, so I'll use the Bible. Everything that happens in our life happens with a reason and a purpose. Maybe God allowed this to happen to you because maybe you are strong enough. And God allowed you to pass through this because He has a bigger purpose for you lying ahead. You never know. You might not know. For example, maybe if your father was alive and your life was well, you were never raped, maybe you could have found an abusive husband, maybe married to more than 5 people. You never know. There's something that always God prevents, but we're always blinded with anger, pain, you see, frustrations, regrets, that we don't see anything in a brighter way. So anything that happens, try to look at it in a brighter way. It will help. It will lessen the pain, and it will lessen the anger in you. You might even continue like that, nato upate ushapona kabisa. No more ulcers, no more blood pressure. You are free from medicines, no, all that. So the step you have taken now, Diana, it's the best. I can tell you, it is the best step that you'll ever take. This is your journey to healing. And like I told you before I started, you're in the safe hands. I won't say the safest hands, but you are in safe hands. And I can assure you, even the people who have talked to us, they can attest to that. We don't leave someone. As long as you want us to work with you, we will walk with you. Hadi useme, Purity ni hivyo. Saizi naweza jisimamisha. I'm okay, I'm fine. Now I can handle any case in my church without stress. Because right now, if someone in church comes and tell you, I was raped with my uncle, after she leaves, you'll start remembering. You start, men are very new. If someone comes and tell you, Diana, I love your beauty, I just love your smile. Because you have not healed, you'll be, this man wants to rape me. Na utaanza kumkemea na Biblia zote kwa hii dunia. Toka hapa, shindwe, weka baba, shandaraba. Umemfukuza. Someone else comes, na miaka bado inasonga. You see? So, me, I want you to heal. Get a man, because I know there's someone for you out there. And invite us in our wedding. Don't forget that part. Because I know and I believe that you'll be healed. Because you have already taken the step. Because a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. Now that you have started this step, we will walk until we finish, and I can assure you, you are going to be very, very free. Amen. Yeah. So, Diana, yes, what I can say is that I'm happy you agreed to come. I'm happy you agreed to talk here at Heart to Heart with Purity Amani. That's what we do. And I don't know what you can tell our viewers, being your final words. You can maybe invite them to your church. You can tell them, the person who is going maybe the same pain as you are going through. You can tell them after talking, unajisikia aje saizi after kuongea, na pia unaweza waambia aje, na pia venye unaweza kupata wenye wako around Obondo. So ongea nao, kamera ndio hii, ongea nao.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So, first I want to say thank you to the Heart to Heart family, and may the Lord bless you.
Amen.
Secondly, to the parents and the family, I want to encourage you, or to tell you that let us create the environment for our children where they can approach us and share with us everything they are passing through. Because a child cannot lie. When a child come to you telling you that so and so did this to me, you have to listen and you have to protect your children. And also I want to say that even if you don't have food at home to give your children, just stay with them. It is good to drink water, but you have your children. It is good if the children growing up with their parents together. Secondly, there is this issue that I used to meet even in the church when some children are coming to me and telling me that they used to sleep in the same bed with their parents and they know what is going on. So I'm encouraging the parents that if you see your child has grown up, just separate the bed with them. You can put them on the sitting room. You can separate them and listen to them. Everything they are telling you, a child cannot lie. A child, they are always right. They cannot lie. And also, what I can say that I mean the mothers. The mothers should be closer to their children so much so that if something went wrong outside, whether it is difficult to say, to speak it out, the child can approach with that issue. They can approach with that issue. And also widows, those who are widows or single parents, don't put bitterness front of the family. Just swallow the bitterness and be sober enough to carry your family. Don't chase them away with the bitterness, especially widows and those who are single. They are chasing their family because of bitterness, and it is not good. Also, I want to say sorry to my the daughter to my brother. I know when she will grow up, she will see this. That's why just permit me to say this.
It's okay.
I stayed with this daughter of my brother for some weeks before she goes to Eldoret with the father. The father, in that it is a brother to my father, the real father to this child I'm talking about. He is in jail. He was arrested and still in jail. So I stayed with this child. By now she is 4 years old. So there was a time she came to me and told me that she used to call me pastor. That pastor, tulikuwa tunacheza huko nje na fulani alikuwa ananiguza na alikuwa ananipaka mafuta. Sasa I was asking her alikuwa anapaka wapi, and he point that alikuwa ananipaka private part with mafuta. And the following day they were traveling with this my brother to Eldoret. Before I confronted this boy, the boy was a class 8. So before I confronted the boy, they went to Eldoret. So the baby was telling me that alikuwa ananipaka mafuta, alafu nikasema hii ni mbaya, nikaanguka chini. Alikuwa anataka kunikojolea. He want to urinate on me. And I told him not to urinate on me because atanichafulia. Alafu nikaanguka chini. So it really hurts me what took place. Really hurts me. But the boy was not around. But that time they used to come late. And my brother also took the child the same night before her seeing me defending her. So it's really pained me because I didn't fight for her when she was there immediately. Then I confronted the boy the following day, and it was not good. Yeah, because I wanted even to arrest him. But the mother, they pleaded with me. The boy also came to me. At first, he was denying, and the mother talked to him after beating him thoroughly. He talked to him that go and say sorry to pastor, and already the baby was not there. So I want to say sorry for what took place. Maybe he may remember when she grow up, and he will say that aunt did not fight for me. So I want to say that I confronted the boy, and he was beaten. He was given discipline, and he come to say sorry. So that one is what I can say.
You did good. You did good. And what about the person who is passing through something maybe similar, and she or he has not yet opened up? What can you tell them?
The way you have said that everything do happen with the reason. The Bible recorded everything has got a reason why it took place. Maybe the Lord wants you to be strong to help another soul that is going downwards. Maybe the Lord wants to use your shoulder that people may lean on. So I just want to encourage them to open up and just take heart. There is God in heaven, and everything will be well in Jesus' name.
Thank you so much. Our viewers, that was Diana Obondo, all the way from Bondo, Kisumu County. Yeah, and she was sharing with us. And before I finish, I feel that I need to say this. Men, if you are given responsibility of taking care of a lady, be it your sister, your cousin, your sister's child, your niece, kindly be a father to these kids, because you don't know the kind of trauma you give them at their adult life. You may turn them into monsters, you may turn them into timid people, you may destroy their future completely. If the urge is so much, go look for someone out there. Hawezi kosa. It's high time we as Kenyans become really serious in dealing with rapists, because rape is becoming so rampant that it's becoming like ni kama kawaida. It's not. Raping affects, whether sodomy, whether rape, it affects completely. Huwa inaharibu maisha ya mtu kabisa. No matter how much they heal, but the phobia never goes away. So kindly people, let's try. And if kuna government nanisikiza out there, please, I can beg you, tuweke strict law to prevent our girls and also our boys from this trauma, from these animals. I do call rapists animals because they are animals. Let us find a better way of dealing with them so that we can reduce this thing called rape. It has become like daily news. We are hearing about rape all over these days. It has become like a common thing. It is not common. So our government, I'm pleading with you, let us, I'm begging you, I'm pleading with you, please, if it is possible, create a tough law that will be able to make these people fear or even think about raping. So if you're out there, you have gone through what Diana has gone through, or something else that is paining you, that is hurting you, that is making you bitter, and you don't know whom to talk to, here at Heart to Heart with Purity Amani, that's what we do. We give you a listening ear without judging you, without questioning you, without feeling you less or unimportant. Here you get to talk, and we give you all the love we can offer. A crying shoulder, a shoulder to lean on, we walk with you until you are fully healed, you are fully recovered, and you are mentally healthy. Because Heart to Heart with Purity Amani is where you get to talk without feeling judged. Our returning people, subscribers, thank you so much. Those who leave comments, thank you so much. Those who share, I also want to say thank you. And if you're watching us and you have not subscribed, kindly hit that subscribe button, hit that sharing button. it will mean a lot to us, because it's by sharing that we will be able to reach to people, just like you have reached Diana. And also, if you leave a comment, it will make us give you better things tomorrow. And also, by you subscribing, you'll be supporting this program. And I don't have much to say for now. Till we meet next time, it is a bye-bye for now.